What's up, YouTube? Just hanging out in my pump room here. I got no heat service call. These are cooling's a water loop on a chiller. So I've got electric heat on these guys, but you can see my set point active for my discharge there is 87.5, and my actual discharge temperature is about 70 degrees. So everything looks fairly normal, except it's not been switched over to winter mode, but regardless I should have warm air coming out. So we need to get up and find number 5 and check out our electric heat, see what we got. I think number 5's over here. We were being careful because this is like walking on ice. Actually, we are walking on ice basically, so it's slick as shit. About busted my ass once already. Yeah, that's number 5. We've had these 25 and 30 degree nights. These fucking roofs get slick. So feels like the blower is running. This is my heat section here. Nothing out of the ordinary. I changed the contactors last year. I'm seeing LED there. Here the blower is running. 48 hertz. Don't see any issues there. If I can get my meter out of the bag. Let's verify we got power. Coming into my fuses. Let's verify my fuses aren't blown by checking here at the contactor. Alright, so got my voltage there. Airflow switch here. This is a normally open contact. I've got 24 volts right there on my common, but it's not going through, so that's an open switch. Why? I heard that contactor pulled in. Alright, we'll have to check our tubing. This tube's going to run inside there somehow. Make sure we're clear. That other tubing just goes here to outside. So that shouldn't be our issue. let me get to the other side. I'm going to have to verify this tubing's clear and then try to figure out why the hell my pressure switch isn't closed. So as I'm getting my tubing off, there's nothing in here. As I'm looking at this, I did powers turned off for just my heater. Blower's still running, but that arrow is facing that way. If that's truly an arrow to show me which way it's supposed to be facing, it's going the wrong way. So that's the way it was facing. My airflow is actually going the other way. I don't see anything really down inside of there. I can see light at the other end of it. So, I wonder if it shouldn't be facing with the airflow. I got 5 more of them up here, so let's go check one and see what it's doing. So this is my other unit. Airflow's traveling this way, and my arrow is pointing that way. So my arrow is pointing into the airflow. Let's see, I've got an LED there. This contactor's closed, so it's heating. It's SCR heat, so it's kind of a pulse every once in a while. Contactor pulls in, and then that pulses on whatever algorithms in the controller to basically maintain whatever set point air temperature we have. So that should have been right. So let's go over here and maybe we got an airflow switch that's getting weak. Now I'm actually closed. I didn't see anything major come out of that tubing. It wasn't real dirty. Come on. Oh, I'm not showing 24 volts because I don't have 24 volts. But my switch is closed now. So I'm not sure what I got in there. Back the same way, I think. I don't see anything wrong. I bet it comes on and turns on now. I think my blower is at the same speed too. I don't think my blower's, I mean, we were at 50 hertz. I'm actually at 46. I think it was at 48 or so. So now it might take 120 seconds or so for the control after I've reset it in that power now. So here's my high limit up here. It's manual reset. And you can see that's closed. I never hit that. But for whatever reason, we might want to look at getting the switch ordered because it's open again. Huh. Got a little bit of corrosion. I wonder if that'll affect me. No. There's water in this tube. Look, pulled in as soon as I pulled that tube off. That's basically the outside. Alright, it's cold, so this probably will freeze as well, so we don't want to, I want to go blow that out and dry it out really good before I put it back on. You can see I'm closed, my contactor's pulled in, and my heaters are on now, so that's giving a reference. You're going to have a high and a low, and that's giving a reference to this outside, which just comes to right here. So we'll tear this box off, clean it all up, make sure we blow all the water out of this real good. You can see a little good amount of water came out of it. And we'll see how we're situated in the box here, because it's not sealed or anything. It's just reading pressure, so we'll try to make sure no water gets back into it. Looks like that'll solve our problem. And come here and get amp draws on our heaters. There's 40 amps. I'm not reading on that one, but yeah, I think I gotta be on the other wire. Anyways, you can see they're on right now because it's trying to warm up that supply temperature. But once it gets to, I think we were set at like 87 or something. Once it hits that 87 mark, you'll start to see these pulse, and they'll put power through, take it off, put power through, take it off. So you're constantly trying to maintain a pretty close temperature. And then I think that's the control for it, so it will. Looks like there's a test input of some sort, a little jumper right there. But not concerned with all that. Let's go check the computer, see how it's doing, and clean out our all of our tubing. There's our. You can see how it's just shoved through that little panel there, and it's actually facing up a little bit. So rather than keeping it faced that way, I'm going to turn it so it's like that, and then I'm going to clean this out too, and we'll get all that reconnected, and it should be fine from there. And then hopefully nothing else, I can seal up the top knockout here, because that's probably where the water's getting in. The rest of it around sealed pretty good. It's probably just seeping in there slowly. We did have some rain last night and yesterday, so it's a possibility. We'll get all that cleaned out. We ought to be good. Let's see here. Number 5. Got all my tubing and stuff to clean out. Let's see where we're at on this guy. Set point 87. So the set point at 87.6, and our actual discharge air temperature right now is 88. So that's good. You can see our temperatures communicated here. So my second floor is really cold. Fourth floor is getting all the heat rising up to it, so it's not quite as cold. But and then the third floor is warming up too. We're gonna go check on that second floor and see. But it's all wireless. So there's a wireless control, as I've done some videos on these in the past. These are in each space, and that communicates back to the SC here and tells me what's going on, at least on all the temperatures on the floors. I've done some maps here with addresses. That way I know where everything's at. That helps. So let's get all this stuff cleaned out and back installed and get the hell out of here. We got our tubing back in, connected there. We're just gonna make sure everything stays on. When we connect there, I'll probably let it warm up for a little while, but I'm gonna turn the power back off and just make sure my connections are good and tight, so I can get in here with something to make sure those clamps are all the way up on here. I'm not going to do that with power on in here. As you can see, those LEDs flashing, so they're not constantly feeding voltage. Contactors energized. We got 41 volts. You can see it kind of dancing. That's because it's on and off and on and off. But it's about the same amp draw, about 39 to 40 amps on all legs, so I'm happy with that. Switch is closed. We'll get everything secured up and button this guy back up. Everything's gonna be all right here. So, quick, easy service call. Let me know what y'all think. Leave me a comment. See you guys on the next one.